If you watch very many bag reviews on YouTube, you've probably come across the Perfect Bag channel, which is a channel hosted by Clint. And he's just a very big appreciator of bags. He's got a pretty massive collection, and he goes on his channel, he talks about them. But he came up with this idea of a used bag pageant. You may not have heard about that, but he basically put out a call to say, hey, go buy used bags. They got to be under $25, and they got to be from one of these listed online secondhand sites. And then he's got a team of judges. They're going to judge these bags. This idea of this contest, this used bag pageant, as he calls it, like, it seriously triggered me because A, I'm a bag nerd, B, I'm a bargain hunter, and C, I'm competitive. So like, I really had to go win this thing. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't care if I win or not. That's not the point. But like, I had to try, right? And so it's just a seriously fun contest to try and put some effort into. So like, is when he announced the rules, I immediately went on the hunt, and I was trying to find the best bag for under $25. So here's the deal. I bought a bunch of them, and I wanted to share those bags with you right now, today, show you what I bought, show you what I'm submitting. And, you know, he said only one entry per person. So I have 5 bags here that I bought for this contest, but only one of them can be entered, and that's fine. Only one of them is the coolest, so that's fine. But I wanted a place to share it. So right here, right now on this channel, we're sharing the 5 cool bags that I bought for under $25. Let's get into it. All right, we're starting with this Kavu sling bag. This is called the Kavu Slinger. I've had my eye on this bag for a while because I've been exploring the world of boxy sling bags, because I just feel like the boxy shape is a little bit better for the things I want to carry. So I found this one, I was curious about it, and I had it in my watch list on eBay for a while, but then this contest started, and I had this one listed. It was $30 they had it listed. So I sent them an offer for $25, and they accepted. So now I have this sling bag. This is a pretty cool bag because you can switch the ropes. You know, Kavu is known for their rope straps, but you can switch it from whichever side you want. You can switch from left to right, and you can carry it on either side. And then the access points are on the side. The zipper's here, and there's a zipper here. So whichever side you carry it on, you can store most of your stuff in either side. So that's a pretty clever ambidextrous style sling bag, and I like this square shape. It's also got a pocket up here on the top. Smaller, more for like a little notepad or maybe your phone. And then it's got a pretty kind of a hidden pocket here on the back for a phone or a passport or a wallet or something like that. It's got nice foam padding here on the back, and it's just this kind of a basic canvas material. Simple bag, clever design. I look forward to giving this a try in my daily life to see if I like carrying it around. Kavu is a brand that obviously they are pretty popular, but I'd never given it a try. The rope sling, is that a gimmick? I mean, probably, but it's not that uncomfortable. I've worn it a few times. It's fine. So I don't know if it's purely gimmick. It might be, but it's also not so bad. So anyway, that's the Kavu bag that I bought. I was kind of wanting to buy it anyway, so buying it for this contest was an easy decision to make. First one on the list. This is the Cotopaxi Kilimanjaro 20-liter book bag. I've never owned a Cotopaxi bag before, so this is my first Cotopaxi bag. This was listed on eBay for $30. I offered $25, and they accepted. But it's quite a bit more beat up than the description said it was. They said it was in really good condition. And it's got holes, little tiny holes, all over the front and scratches, and it's missing a zipper pull up here on the top. And so I just felt like they didn't give an honest condition report in the description. So I requested a refund. They wanted a 30% restocking fee. I said, no, just do the return because it's not in the same condition that you described. And they ignored me. So then eBay got involved. And of course, once eBay get involved, they promptly issued me a refund, but they didn't give me a return label. And I said, hey, send me a return label. I'll send you back the backpack. And they replied, just keep it. So now I have this Cotopaxi Kilimanjaro 20-liter backpack. It's a brown, it's like a waxed canvas of some sort, I think. Feels like a slightly waxed canvas. It's got a leather bottom, leather zipper pulls, leather tabs, and on the inside, it's got a quilted, this is pretty cool, like a quilted laptop compartment. And it's got a nice little feature of this pattern, a colorful pattern. Kilimanjaro 20 gear for good. And of course the back looks good. It's got this quilted back padding here. It's just a pretty simple little book bag. So what's funny is it says I just now noticing this, human lifespan warranty. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to look it up and see what human lifespan warranty means. Cotopaxi is a good brand. I want to get some other Cotopaxi bags and see what they're all about. But this is a pretty cool bag. Sternum strap, hip belt, leather bottom, pocket up here, pocket right here on the front. So it's just a simple little book bag, but it's beat up, but it's a nice little bag. So that's bag number 2. This is an interesting bag, bag number 3. This is the Adobe travel bag. Let's open it up and take a quick look because I want to show you what it looks like. It's like a suitcase. It's got a padded compartment on each side, which actually has some depth to it. This actually has quite a bit of packing depth, so a couple of packing cubes fit in here no problem. And then it's also got a little bit less space, but still a decent amount of storage on this side. So I think it can hold more packing cubes on this side. So all in all, it can store quite a bit of stuff. It's got a front pocket zipper here that goes all the way down. So that's a nice spot for a tech pouch. And it also goes all the way up. So if you got something a little taller. And in the back here, it's got a laptop compartment. So you can slide your laptop all the way in there. You can see the pattern on this. Here, this may become important later, but it's got a stop Siri. I don't need Siri. It's got a little expandable water bottle pocket here that zips up if you don't need it. Okay, so it says Adobe on it. This bag caught my eye. It's been floating around. This bag has been floating around on the secondhand websites a lot. It's not a rare bag. I've seen it a lot of times. It caught my eye. And there's a mystery that I'm trying to solve. And that is this a Cotopaxi bag? It looks exactly like the Cotopaxi Nazca 24-liter travel bag. And there are some Cotopaxi branded, Adobe branded bags where you can see the Adobe logo is centered and has the Cotopaxi logo, gear for good, down at the bottom. And so it's pretty clear to me that at one point Adobe had partnered with Cotopaxi to get some corporate giveaways made. But then there's this bag. It does not feature a Cotopaxi logo and has the Adobe logo moved over to this left side or the right, depending on how you look at it. So I was a curious little bag nerd, and I wanted to see if this was actually just an unbranded Cotopaxi bag, which would have been pretty cool. So I found this one. It was running as an eBay auction, and the starting price was $10. There were others on Poshmark and Mercari for about 20, but I bid on this one, and I was the only bidder. So I won the auction. I paid $10 for this pretty clever little travel bag that looks just like the Cotopaxi bag. But now that I have it in hand, I was able to do a little more detective work. This one has a made in China tag, And there's not evidence that the Nazca line from Cotopaxi was made in China, although Cotopaxi products, some of them are made in China, so it's possible. But there's no other labels or tags on the inside. No, so I've visually inspected pictures of the authentic version against this version, and while the pattern and the shape and almost everything is identical, there are a few minor differences. A different lining fabric, slightly different buckles. These are not YKK zips. So even though it looks almost exactly like a Nazca 24, I've come to the conclusion this is a knockoff. But I have a really tough time believing that Adobe would buy knockoff products to give away to their customers. I mean, they are greedy as hell, but this is so easily discoverable. And the fact that there are some legit Cotopaxi Adobe branded bags out there that look exactly like this makes me even more surprised the legit company like Adobe would purposefully give out fake bags to their conference attendees or who they're there for. So maybe this is like an authorized fake. But I mean, that's an unlikely thing to consider, but all the options seem pretty unlikely. Perhaps it's fake, but unauthorized by both Cotopaxi and Adobe, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why that would happen. But anyway, what an interesting little bag that, like, it's good quality and it's just like a Nazca 24. I'm not sure if the Nazca has, I can't remember if the Nazca has this water bottle pocket or not. That might be an addition. But I'd love to hear your theories as to what is going on with this bag. It's weird. I mean, it's almost exactly like a Cotopaxi bag, but it doesn't seem to be. Weird. Help me solve it. All right, check this one out. This is cool. This is the Eastern Mountain Sports Water Slide Backpack. I don't know if the Water Slide is the actual name or not. I've had a lot of trouble finding information about this bag. I don't really know that much about it, but it's old, but it's pretty cool. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just old. It's a canvas texture. It's got these orange accents. It's got an orange. Let's check the inside out. It's got an orange interior. This orange and green is just a cool combo. Nice liner. It's got some organization here on the inside. A zippered mesh pocket up here and some Velcro organizers right there. It's got these pockets up front that are buttons, kind of like an old school bag. So it's heritage by design. It's got these weird little design holes with a liner. So it's just kind of like let the orange out a little bit. Kind of a cool little design feature. This little tag here says Eastern Mountain Sports, which from what I can understand, it's a bag company. I think they still exist, but they've just been, ownership is just passed around from various owners all over the place. So a lot of different people have been involved with Eastern Mountain Sports, and just kind of a cool bag. Oh, it's also got a laptop compartment here on the back. Full clamshell for both compartments, so that's pretty cool. It's got these side compression straps that are pretty cool. Look at this top handle. It looks like it's wrapped in electric tape. I don't think it is. It doesn't seem like electric tape, but it matches these corner pieces here that just kind of seem like they're wrapped in this, like, I don't know what to call it, but it has a similar feeling as electrical tape. It's got a sternum strap. It's got nice padding on the back, but it's just kind of a cool looking, retro vintage vibes, army kind of it definitely has a bit of an army vibe, but whatever, it's cool. It meets that definition. It's in pretty good condition, and it's cool looking. So I bought this. It was listed and purchased on Mercari for $12. So what a steal. $12 for this pretty cool bag. All right. This is the one I'm going to submit as my pageant entry. This is the North Face Crevasse backpack, listed and purchased for $25 on Poshmark. It's a black bag, business on the outside, party on the inside. Look at that. Rad plaid. Now, this is definitely vintage, heritage style vibes. My first car was a 1983 Toyota Tercel. Authentic 80s Toyota. It was a station wagon. It was a four-wheel drive station wagon. It was coolish. In hindsight, it was cooler than I thought at the time. But it had plaid seats. So I know in the 80s, plaid was like legit. They put plaid in things. And so this isn't from the 80s, but it's a throwback to the 80s when North Face was at their peak. So they just put a liner in here that's plaid, and that's pretty rad. It's got this pretty cool schematic of like the features of the bag is right there too. So it just tells you like what all is cool about the bag. Crevasse pack, never stop exploring. Right here in this compartment, we've got a mesh pocket that gives you some depth, so you can put up some clothes in here, a couple shirts or something. And you got quite a bit of depth to store a lot of things. The bottom of this thing, look at that. That's X-Pack. X-Pack bottom. So for where you need durability, that's where it's at. It's got these nice. This is very nice leather accents. It's got leather accents, leather zipper pulls. Look at this back. Look at the up here on the back. That's a very nice piece of leather there with a very nice, comfortable leather handle. This is one of the most comfortable handles on any backpack that I've picked up. Like, that's a big statement. I've picked up hundreds of backpacks, but this is probably the most comfortable leather handle I've picked up. It's got a laptop compartment here on the back, like partial zip. Laptop goes all the way down, but it is padded on the bottom. And then it's also got an iPad tablet pocket right here, so it can't be that old, right? Here on the front, it's got these double tubular pockets here on the front, large enough for, this is a 32-ounce Nalgene just stuffed right in here. But we got plaid on the inside of these pockets as well with some organization, like a pocket there, organizer, key clip. This one has similar but different features, plaid and pen holders. Just a really cool bag. Now, talking about quality, talking about condition, this does have a little bit of peeling on the interior of these compartments. So there's a laminate coating that they use on these things, and it's peeling a little bit. So that happens with age. It's not a wear and tear thing, it's just an age thing. And so it can be fixed, it can be brushed off. And of course that reduces the water resistant nature of this canvas. But you can brush all that liner off, and that way it won't flake all over the place. But this is a ridiculously cool bag that I picked up for $25. I think maybe I'm missing some zipper pulls. Actually, you know what? Neither of these zippers have zipper pulls, and this one doesn't, and this one doesn't. So maybe I need to get some leather zipper pulls, because I bet it's supposed to have it. These are YKK zips. Oh, and I got to show you these buckles are like the most interesting buckles of any bag I've used. I mean, honestly. They're a little complicated, and they're kind of, it's a little difficult for me to show you how they work. Maybe I can do that. But first, take a look at this clip. It's kind of a weird shape. But you put this shape over this, and then you stick this in there, and now your compression strap is very tight. It's not going anywhere. There's nothing I can do to get that open. It's tight. It is very tight. But a lot like a fid lock, it's kind of like maybe an early version of a fid lock. I pull this out, and now it opens up. It's almost a miracle of engineering. I don't understand how they designed this to work, but it just does. I can kind of, hold on, let me see a tag. I can see a tag on here. Duraflex. This is a Duraflex hardware system. So it'd be interesting to do a little more research on this little buckle system. But it's a very interesting, I'll try and maybe I'll do a close-up of how that works. But very interesting. It's got these compression straps on all sides. So it's a little flappy, but oh, and the padding. Check out the back padding here. This panel is excellent. It's got very thick foam with ventilated foam on here. Very, very comfortable to wear. I've worn it around a little bit. It's got a stowable hip belt. So pretty decent hip belt that is completely stowable, which is great because I like to stow the hip belts most of the time. Unless I'm really walking a long ways, I don't think I need the hip belt very often. Totally stowable hip belt, clean, padded. These shoulder straps are thick and padded. They're very comfortable. This is actually like a legit backpack. Like I'm quite pleased with my $25 purchase. Okay, so these are my $25 beauties. Really pleased with my finds. I am a bargain hunter and I feel like I got some bargains. Okay, stop the presses. There's more. I just got this one in. This is the bag from a brand I've never heard of called Samurai Tactical. So I was actually in a retail store. I hardly ever go to retail, but I was in Dick's Sporting Goods and I saw this bag, a black version of this bag, on the shelf, and it caught my eye. It was listed for not listed. It was $60. I'm putting together like an emergency bag for both of my wife's and I for both of our vehicles. And so these types of very tactical bags have like a lot of pockets and a lot of modularity and flexibility. And so this bag caught my eye. And so I was like, while I was in the store, I looked on eBay to see what I could get one for on eBay. So instead of buying it in the store, save some money and buy used, right? That's the whole point of this, buy used. So I found this one. It was being listed at $29. But it had best offers turned on, so while I'm in the store, I offered him $25, and he took it, and so this bag showed up in the mail a few days later. So I paid $25 for it. Can hold a hydration bladder. Got this mesh pocket here. Sorry, I can't show it. The mesh pocket there. So this is a fishing bag, but I'm going to keep this in my car full of stuff that's, you might need. A little bit of a get-home style bag. Who knows what kind of stuff we're running into. But it's got MOLLE attachment points on the front and just some storage in there for your fishing lures and stuff. This nice pocket here on the top. So just overall, not an expensive bag to start with. Not a bag that's probably going to win any sort of beauty contests or coolness contests, but from a functional standpoint, this bag is pretty good, pretty cool looking. And I have a purpose in mind, and so I got a good deal on it. And so another $25 bag to add to my pile. But that's not all. Another one, Samurai Tactical, slightly different model. I don't know the exact differences. This one this one came with it's a very similar layout, but this one came with the bladder, and it seems like it's never been used. So I don't know if this bag was actually ever used. Almost the same layout, slightly different, maybe a different year. Not high quality, not expensive. Oh, it's got totally different zipper pulls. But why did I get 2 of them? Well, like I said, one for my wife's car. This one, I had when I was looking through on the eBay app, I had liked it, given it a heart, and then I ended up buying that one. But this one was listed for $20. And then the dude, the seller, since I didn't buy it right away, they actually offered me a discount. They offered it to me for $10. And so I could not pass it up. So now I got 2 of these Samurai Tactical, lightweight, pretty lightweight. They're not made with high quality anything, but they're for the car. They're for the go bags for the car. So my wife and I each get to have a tactical $10, $25. So all in with shipping and all that, not very much, but 2 more less than $25 used bags for my pile. Maybe more, I don't know. Okay, I just can't help myself. When I find a good deal, I gotta grab it. So I'm adding to the list. Here's another one. This is the Jansport Hatchet backpack. This is my first time looking at this bag. But essentially, when I was doing my initial hunting, I came across the Jansport Hatchet in a special collab edition that had a real, I guess it was felt. This part up here was a felt, and it was a special edition version, and the seller wanted $40 for it. I offered him $25, and as I'm supposed to do for this thing, but they didn't take it. They rejected it, and it sold, or they took it offline, or it just disappeared. I don't know what happened. But then this one showed up in my feed, and I had my eye on it, and they wanted $30 for this one, and I was content with my pile over here, and I was just like, okay. But then they offered $15 after I'd liked it, and they sent me an offer for $15. So I picked up this Jansport Hatchet in, it's not crisp condition, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's used, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's in perfect used condition. So $15 for a Jansport Hatchet. Pretty cool layout. I'm not sure this is really the bag that I'm going to love forever and ever, because I don't think I like this opening very much. Although it reminds me, this opening reminds me a little bit of the Mystery Ranch Rip Ruck 15, and I like that bag quite a bit. So this could almost just be like a larger version of that layout, larger version of that bag. But you can see, laptop compartment, some admin pockets in there, big mesh compartment up here. This thing, I guess, can probably get a little heavy as a flap with lots of stuff in it, but no big deal there. Cool pockets here on the front that are zippered. I think zippers are good, but this bag, the way it looks, it feels like it needs some, it just feels like I probably would prefer zippers. I probably wouldn't like it if it had buckles, but it almost feels like these should be buckles. Like this one should be a buckle. It just has that heritage vibe. It's got this leather zipper garage right here. It's got the leather pig nose right there for lashing things to. Beige and green and black. That's a cool color combo. Very simple. You can see a little grease stain there on the back, but a very simple back panel. Does have a sternum strap and water bottle pockets on both sides, which this one actually has a little pocket. This one has a little pocket right there for extra things. We'll test it. We'll see. We'll put some stuff in there. We'll walk around. We'll take it on a dog walk. I'll give it to a friend if I don't end up doing too much with it. But it's a cool bag. Too cool and too just just like stylish, just kind of a pretty rad bag to let go for 15 bucks. So I think we're getting very close to the end of the window for when I can buy bags for this fun little competition. But I'll kind of summarize I'll kind of summarize it like this. I went into it thinking it was going to be kind of a fun little challenge to buy a bag, and I did, and I ended up buying a bunch. Like this video shows, I bought way too many, obviously. But it really, I think, served its purpose in my mind, as it tuned my mind to look for bags that are underrepresented in the hype space, bags that like are forgotten about but still cool, bags that are good quality but and still useful, bags that like I didn't know about but can appreciate for design and aesthetic reasons and functional reasons, and bags that are that I didn't even wasn't thinking about. I had a hole in this part of my bag collection, but now it's filled with this. I'm thinking a little bit more about those fishing bags, and so like it's a really good exercise to try and restrict your budget and find a bag that can still meet your needs and that you can still appreciate, but you don't have to spend so much money on it. So this exercise, I appreciate Clint putting it out there, because it's such a good practice to buy used and push yourself to find good deals that you can still appreciate. I mean, there's junk out there. Don't buy junk. That's not what this video is. That's not what the competition's about. Don't buy junk, but buy good stuff. And Jansport, I'm not saying Jansport's premium. It's not a premium bag brand. It's mass produced, and it's owned by, I think it's owned by VF Corporation, huge company. But it's not junk. I know that much. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this video. I had a fun time participating in the competition and in the pageant. I had a fun time participating in the pageant, and I hope you did too. I look forward to seeing what everyone else was able to pick up. I'm probably going to be jealous. Honestly, I'm going to be like, what the heck? I didn't see that one out there. I'm going to wish that I had bought the bag that they bought, because that's just the way that's just the way I'm wired. So anyway, I want to hear from you in the comments. What was your favorite $25 bag that I picked up, and what was the $25 bag that you picked up? I definitely want to know. So comment, and I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you on the next one.